Hello students, today we are going to discuss in detail the cellular structure of nucleus. Nucleus is the organelle which is relatively large in size and controls all the activities inside a eukaryotic cell. You must be knowing a eukaryotic cell is defined as eukaryotic because it contains the nucleus, and nucleus is very important because it contains all the information which is required for hereditary knowledge on which a cell actually works. So let us see what a nucleus is all about. Nucleus is the central structure, as you must be knowing. It is a double membrane bound structure. Nuclear membrane surrounds the nucleus which separates it from the cytosol. So let us see what nucleus is all about. Supposedly you have a cell, eukaryotic cell. It could be a plant cell or an animal cell which is separated from the medium by its cell wall structure, which could be a cell wall or a cell membrane. It has cytosol inside it. This cytosol has many organelles inside it. Let us consider this part to be nucleus. This is large organelle, comparatively larger than others. This is a double membrane structure. So you are going to have an outer membrane and an inner membrane in case of nucleus. So this is the cytosol, this is the nucleus. Now this nucleus is going to control all the activity inside the cell, all the activities which other organelles are going to conduct. So if we consider this nucleus in detail, so what we are going to see is that nucleus, like other organelles, is going to have its membrane because it is a eukaryotic cell, and that would be a double membrane structure like this. The membrane would not be continuous. Please keep it in mind. Membrane would not be continuous. It would be discontinuous with pores present inside it. Small pores which are known as nuclear pores. This is the outer membrane. Other one is inner membrane. The space which is present inside these is known as periplasmic space. This space between the two membranes would be the periplasmic space between the outer and inner membrane, and so on. It would be like this. These pores would be known as nuclear pores, and inside each nuclear pore there would be annulus in each. Like supposedly you have a pathway and over there that pathway is guided. Same way, these pores are mainly the entry and exit passage for all the materials which are synthesized inside the nucleus. Now what is there inside the nucleus? Membrane separates the nucleus from cytosol, inside which lies the nucleoplasm. Like there is cytoplasm, there would be a matrix material which would be known as nucleoplasm. Periplasmic space is present between the two nuclear membranes. Nucleoplasm is the cytoplasmic material, as you can say. It is similar to cytoplasm, which is present inside the nuclear membrane, and there is non-membrane bound nucleolus inside it. There is no specific membrane, and you have to remember that the function of this nucleolus is the formation of ribosomal RNA. Now, when the ribosomal RNA and the remaining material is the chromatin material. What is chromatin material? You must be knowing chromatin somewhat resembles chromosomes. So chromatin material is the genetic material which carries all the information. So all in all, what do we have in a nucleus is, there would be nuclear membranes, both of them separated by periplasmic space. The membrane won't be a continuous system. There would be pores present inside it surrounded by annulus. Then there would be nucleolus inside it in which the ribosomal RNA synthesis takes place. There would be no membrane which would separate nucleolus from nucleoplasm, and in nucleoplasm you would find suspended chromatin material which would carry all the genetic information. Now one thing you have to remember after learning all these things is that there are few cells which have nucleus in the beginning and they shed their nucleus in later on stages of life, like human RBCs, vacuoles, and rest of the components of particular cells. Now this is all we need to learn from it, that what a nucleus basically is. Thank you.